That's straight through for a goal from the captain. That's reading the breeze beautifully.
That certainly is. That the kick from outside 50, although I question the 50 here at Gardens Oval. I think that's a little bit shorter, but rode the breeze beautifully, got it over the top, and the Tars defence desperately trying to get back to the line. It was out of reach, and a good goal from the captain to get them on the board.
Gee, he made a quick decision too, didn't he, Stu? He was not passing that anywhere, just saw the goals and went bang.
Yeah, important when you've got that breeze behind you to take advantage when you can. And you would think that any time you're around the 50 line today, kicking to the city end of the ground, you're a chance for a shot at goal.
They need to make the most of it too, Palmerston, in this first quarter. They've got the breeze, need to score while they have it. Ball tossed high, Fox with the little tap, gets it down to a teammate there in Klein. So Palmerston with the centre clearance. The leapers are up, comes to the back, goes to Dane Swan. Looking for a handball, sets up O'Dwyer momentarily, was good enough to get it away to a teammate in Turnbull. Chain of handballs and they're out here, Waratah. Oh, that was a poor handball. Cut off there for Nash and seen over the boundary line, so the movement looked good. Still early stages in this season, though. We can forgive them for a little bit longer, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Probably had a bounce when he didn't need to and ran himself into a bit of trouble there.
Interesting how many players do that, Stu. Take a bounce when there's really no need. On the outer wing now. Beautiful scenes here at Gardens Oval. Belted away by Jorgensen. Attacking the footy hard. There was Fletcher. Got it away was Keck by hand. Another handball from Donegan. Go to Edmonds out on centre wing. Charging at the footy there was Somerville. Couldn't take the grab. And Waratah with the footy. Switching the play now. That's dangerous. Taking the mark nicely was Lockie Nash. Away to Dane Swan. Dare I say it, starting to rack up the possessions here, Dane Swan.
He is. Perhaps
getting the handballs away. Nice little handball coming away there to Nash. Cleared it. Finds Zust. Out wide to the run of Hutchins. Oh, steps back inside beautifully. Now inside 50. No mark taken. Punched away nicely there by Ellis. Off hands. Little handball into the clear. Shot on goal is a goal. Well done there for Waratah by Sam Kenner. The handball came out to him. Snapped on goal, the big man. Put it straight through the middle for their second. So Waratah move on to 2-1-13, leading the Palmerston Magpies 1-1-7, 11 minutes gone in this first quarter.
Yeah, again, a better build-up from Tars going inside 50 that time. Just a lot sharper and good hands outside. And Kenner made no mistake from about 20 metres out. You see Jaden Magro starting from the goal square for Tars, back in the side last week after a year. He didn't play here at all last season, but back in the side and scored 4 goals, so a really important inclusion for them this season.
Yeah, great to see him back, and my apologies, that's Waratah's first goal there by Sam Kenner. So scores level here at Gardens Oval, 1-1-7 apiece. Midway through this first quarter, great leap there from Jorgensen, and Waratah will clear here. The handball wasn't what was required. I don't think the kick would have been more in order. They crash in here at centre half forward. Play on is the call. Down to that man in Magro. Can't quite grab hold of the footy. Now he can, and the quick kick just missed.
Gee, how fast was he from hand to foot?
So quick. They were all over him. Still got hand to foot beautifully. The little kick now comes out to Dowsett. Finds the run and Wharf. That's a beautiful long kick down to centre half forward onto the chest there of Cohen Frith. Little handball is good. Into the clear from Donegan. Goes to Edmonds. Tackled. Almost lost the footy. Spillage. Comes there to Donegan. Snaps on goal. Puts that through beautifully, does Donegan. From the right forward pocket. The hands were good from Edmonds and he finished it off nicely.
Weren't they good from Edmonds? He looked like he'd been wrapped up there and we just used his strength, got the ball out and out to Donegan. And Donegan, he's another new player to Palmerston this season. Played in the VFL with the Northern Bull Ants in the last season. A great addition to their list and was very good last week against the Buffaloes and has started well again today. Clever finish though, wasn't it?
Ah, very, very good finish. This win can be very tricky as we've seen already. And Sam Donegan did beautifully. Back in the middle. Up they go nice and high. The ball comes to Carlin. Attacking the footy strongly there was Wilson. Kick away up to centre half forward. No mark. Heenan soccers it away into the clear. Taking possession is Keck. Gets it back to Heenan. Sweeping handball will come out to Haynes. That's good play. Back in a little bit of space and time. Palmerston now up into forward 50. Little nudge there was well timed. Waylon Davey attacks the footy strongly. Gets it to a teammate. Handball is cut off there by Jorgensen. His clearing kick is a touch finder. And how does the umpire see that? A boundary throw in is the call. So out onto centre wing. 13 plays 8. 14 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Yeah, just the 3 goals so far. Scoring's been pretty difficult.
3 scoring shots apiece, so pretty evenly matched here as Jorgensen wins that one down. Edmonds again. Kick smothered on this occasion by Wilson. And a high tackle to be paid here. Quickly the handball away. Long kick up inside 50. Magro's there, pressure on him. Spillage coming away with the ball. There's Hutchins. Just snuck that in for the minor score. So Waratah 139. Chip kick comes out to the outer side. Palmerston really looking to move the ball quickly here. But Waratah have shut them down on this movement. Little chip is errant. That's a nice bit of movement there too. Very, very quickly up to half forward here in Frith. Nice pass up towards Davey. Came off hands. The front and centre was good. Palmerston continuing to move the ball beautifully here. And just wrapped up now inside there attacking 50.
Yeah, good skills down that outer side of the ground from fullback down to the forward 50. But just a stoppage here. So they'd be looking to capitalise on this opportunity.
Haynes beaten forward on that occasion. The ruck by Sam Kenner. And a high tackle will be paid here. We'll go to Waratah. Do they play the advantage? No, they don't.
Yeah, just a stray arm over the shoulder there from Edmonds. He'd be disappointed with that, and it relieves the pressure for Waratah, who've held on pretty well so far.
Little chip comes out to Turnbull.
Oh.
He was very calm there, Turnbull. Passes it to Swan. Swan chips and finds Jaden Brooks. O'Dwyer. He's a long way up the ground here is O'Dwyer.
Oh.
And that's a poor kick. Finds Frith. Goes to Edmonds. He'll use this ball well. He's going to go long. Will it go all the way? It'll be off target from Edmonds. He'd be disappointed with that. He had 2 players clear.
Yeah, I don't mind it though, that the goal square was open. All the players were up the field. He just needed to get it on line and ride it with the breeze, but just missed out to the right.
So Palmerston getting their opportunities. They've just got to make the most of them. Roberts brings the footy into play. Finds Swan. Swan with the chip to the captain and Carlin. Another little chip to Swan. Plays on. Goes to Turnbull. Sweeping handball. Now they're in the clear. Goes to Carlin. We'll give it again. That one was cut off by Edmonds. Did really well. Patrick Heenan comes in to put on a bit of pressure. Ball comes back to him. Little chip sideways goes to Wilson. His last kick was a goal. That's a good kick into space. In fact, it's too wide on this occasion and out of bounds on the full. So both teams having almost moments here.
Almost, exactly. Just a couple of little turnovers costing.
Another bullet comes out to Cody Zust. Clears a path for Carlin. Has a bounce within 3 steps. Has another one within 10. Long kick up to centre half forward. That's a great mark. Low ball taken down very low. Is he going to handball off here? He's looking for it. Yes, he is. So the handball coming out there from Brandon Moo. The kick at goal has missed. So both teams missing key opportunities here. Waratah now 1 goal 4-10. Trailing Palmerston 2-2-14. Palmerston again, just as they did last time, trying to move this ball really quickly. Comes out to Dowsett. Little chip inboard goes to Wharf. And that'll be 50. Player on the mark was well and truly over. That was Zimmerman. Needs to get out of the way here, otherwise there'll be another one. So Rowan Wharf plays on. Had another player in the clear in Klein, who then dropped the mark. Ball comes out wide. Goes to O'Dwyer. Steadies it down. Goes here to Hutchins. Hutchins, that's a good kick into space. Sam Kenner protected the space and his teammate in Zimmerman took the grab. Zimmerman now goes long. Oh, could have been a chest mark. Wharf coming in strongly. Trying to come out with the ball there is Zach Withers. Puts on the tackle. Quick kick comes out from Palmerston. Frith over the footy. Stevens takes the footy. Gets it out to a teammate. Chain of handballs comes to Withers, who's then dropped the footy. That's unusual, but it's going to work. Comes to Moo. Goes backwards to Turnbull. Needs to use it well by foot. He goes to the lead of Magro, and that will work.
Yeah, well worked around the top of the 50 there until they found players in space, and Robbie Turnbull, beautiful user of the ball, and Magro gives off to Swan inside 50.
He does indeed. Dane Swan made good space there. He is moving around this ground much better than what I thought he would, Stu, I have to say. A little chip pass, and perhaps a bit fortunate there. The umpire has called a mark, and that's the captain in Scott Carlin. Will go back and have a shot on goal. They've had 5 shots on goal to 4. This will be their 6th. Could be well in front, Stu, except for errant kicking.
That's true, but regardless, I think Ricky Nolan will be pretty pleased with where they're at the moment, getting plenty of the ball and not far off on the scoreboard. In fact, could be in front after this kick. But,
so Scott Carlin with that kick. That's a poor kick. 1 goal, 5 they are. And you're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. The kick-in has not reached the mark as Palmerston Magpies would have liked. Handball out to Magro, and the siren sounds. Palmerston extremely fortunate there. So quarter time here at Gardens Oval. Palmerston Magpies in the lead. 2-2-14 to Waratah 1-5-11. It is a 3-point ball game at quarter time. We will be back with you at Gardens Oval after this break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring him up, up.
top-end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top-end footy. Nothing comes close.
Well, welcome back to Gardens Oval for the resumption of this game in the second quarter, the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League between the home side Waratah up against the Palmerston Magpies. And Palmerston, with the use of the breeze in the first quarter, have just got a lead, just the 3 points, Dominic. But Tars have worked hard into the breeze, but as you said in the call, probably been a bit wasteful, haven't they?
Look, they probably have. They've had 6 scoring shots to 4, which into the breeze is a really impressive effort, actually. But they only kicked the 1. If they maintain that same sort of momentum, I expect them to kick many more goals in this quarter. They look like they were beginning to get their running game going and just couldn't quite tidy it up inside 50.
Yeah, Palmerston with their big guns in the middle to start the quarter. Edmonds and Sam Donegan, who were pretty prominent in the first quarter. Donegan with that beautiful snapshot goal early, but Tars have got some pretty handy players in there themselves, none less than their captain, Scott Carlin, who is a ball magnet, racks up the possessions.
Riley Boyle going up against Mitchell Jorgensen. Jorgensen tapped that one down beautifully. Handball comes out to Carlin. Dropped it under pressure. Comes out to Edmonds. Good quick hands to Boyle. They finally clear the middle, do they, Palmerston? Almost. Little punch out. Almost the handball to Edmonds. They sweep it sideways to Klein. Klein goes across now to his teammate in Donegan. Steps around. Now goes with the long kick up inside 50. O'Dwyer. He's such a champion defender, is this man. Daniel O'Dwyer, he made that look very easy. It's not. Finds Turnbull. Turnbull out wide. Waratah just using the ball nicely here. Palmerston clearing it well from the middle, but Waratah just taking over once it got into their defensive unit. Now on centre wing. Carlin lays the tackle. Ball spills. Players crashing in heavily. Chain of handballs. Out wide is Watkins. And that kick is out of bounds on the full. So Patrick Heenan will be able to take the free kick out there. It's going to be Patrick Heenan. No, it's not.
Right.
Passes it back to a teammate there. We'll come back to Heenan in any event. He's in the clear. Teammate there in Joel Munich working for him. Goes to the captain in Wilson. Oh, very fortunate there, Munich, just taking the mark. The kick there from Wilson. Goes for the handball now. Little chip sideways was perfect. Joel Stevens trying to get a fingernail on that and just couldn't. Another little sideways chip going for Edmonds. That's a good grab.
Terrific intercept mark there.
Hutchins, he was not the target.
Oh, well
and
done.
now his kick has been intercepted by Wilson. Just not quite on his game here, Sean Wilson. Little handball to Edmonds was untidy. Edmonds picked it up well. Tackle laid here on Donegan as he caught with the footy. Crowd here in the grandstand calling for it, and the umpire says no. Sam Donegan kicking a goal already in the first quarter. Ball tossed high. Jorgensen wins that one down beautifully. Comes back to his opposite ruckman there in Boyle. Edmonds taken down in the tackle. And that'll be a boundary throw. And right in front of our commentary position here at Gardens Oval. Quarter number 2 just underway here, 2.5 minutes in. 3-point ball game in favour of the Maggies.
Yeah, it's not the biggest ground, Gardens, is it? And sometimes it's hard to find some space to move in. It's pretty congested so far.
Jorgensen gets that one away again, straight down to Edmonds. Little kick comes away and Waylon Davey takes the mark.
Wow, it's not much to go to. Red jumpers everywhere in front
try
of
and
him.
bite one off in the middle? No, he doesn't. Goes long. Strong kick from Davey. Oh, that's a good mark again from O'Dwyer. Ned Ford tried to steal it away from him. O'Dwyer chips sideways, goes to Carlin. Just looking for some movement. Lovely kick on the left boot. Finds a teammate out wide in Wilson. Goes by hand to Swan. Swan finds Nash. Now on to the run. Teammate there in Watkins. It's a poor kick. No one really there for Waratah, and that'll just trickle out of bounds. Only positive about that one, Stu, is that it's in the forward pocket and it's a boundary throw-in.
Well, that's right, and they've worked it from deep in defence, but O'Dwyer is standing out already, isn't he? It's such an important player, and they love it when he's back in the side, so strong in defence.
And now that ball's holding up in the breeze too, he's just picking it off beautifully. Ruck contest one down there by Fox for the Maggies. Tars with possession. Sweeping handball comes out to Edmonds. Quick kick away. Minding the space beautifully was Jaden Brooks. They'd created the wall. Nice kick out now to Nash. Wilson on the mark, and the umpire says he's gone over the mark, was it? It must have been Ned Ford encroaching into the space. And so that's a 50-metre penalty to Lockie Nash, who's going to be marched to the top of the goal square.
That's a huge penalty, isn't it? Yeah, in any football. But just a ball in the middle of the ground suddenly is a walk-in goal, basically.
So Nash comes through, the direct kick at goal. Pops it straight through the middle, does Lockie Nash. So the first goal of the second quarter goes to the Waratah Football Club, the home side. And with that kick, they take the lead. 2-5-17 to Palmerston, 2-2-14.
Yeah, unlucky there, Palmerston. Not much movement on the mark, but as you said, it could well have been forward encroaching in the protected zone. But a big penalty, and Waratah made the most of it. But yeah, just some of those players that we talked about, Edmonds and Donegan, busy already early in the second quarter.
The Ruck setting themselves again here. Riley Boyle to take on Mitchell Jorgensen. And Jorgensen, more experienced player, really showing his quality in the early stages of this game. Up high he goes. That's a great tap straight down to his teammate there in Cody Zust. Nice tackle laid by Edmonds. Ball comes down momentarily to Donegan. Palmerston working hard at ground level. So to Atars though. Sweeping handball out to Carlin. Out here to Swan. Just creating himself a little bit of time and space. That's what the champs do, and he's one of those, that's for sure. Off to Carlin now. Out there to Magro, just could not take the mark, but a free kick's paid.
Yeah, it was an early whistle, so obviously interference. So Magro probably just about his first touch for the game, I think. He's deep in the pocket out there.
He had that one quick kick on goal where he kicked the point.
Yeah.
Certainly within distance here, he's a very, very good kicker of the footy, but this would be a magic kick if he could kick this goal. Hard up against the boundary, drop punt on its way. That's a beautiful looking kick. It is, however, a point. So another point on the board here for the Red and Whites. 2 goals, 6-18, plays 2-2-14. So 8 scoring shots to 4. Just not quite showing their dominance on the scoreboard at this stage. Heenan brings the footy into play. Finds his teammate in Ellis. Ellis going into the middle, finding Wharf. Wharf back to Heenan. Heenan over the top looking here for Edmonds. That's a perfectly placed kick. They're calling for it in the middle. He's going to go straight down centre wing. 2-1. And out of bounds is a good result for the Palmerston Magpies.
I was going to say they'd be happy with that. They were well outnumbered around the ball there, so it gives them a chance to set up around the stoppage again.
Just not quite willing to bite the kickoff into the middle on that occasion. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Boundary throw in now. Jorgensen in terrific position. Knocks to the advantage of his teammate there in Zust. And Zust, I could tell by the crowd noise already, that was out of bounds on the full. So again, another turnover.
Yeah, not happy with that one. Cody Zust, of course, spent some time at Nightcliff a couple of seasons ago and made the move over to Waratah. He's played every game so far this season.
So Nathan Dowsett, the man with ball in hand for the Palmerston Magpies. He'll be enjoying the shade there for a moment. We'll go long down the line. Waratah all over it there from a numbers and position perspective. Coming through nicely there was Turnbull. Handballed into space. Edmonds there first. Bowled over by O'Dwyer. Carlin had it, lost it in the tackle. Edmonds just went in and got the footy. Got it forward. Falls again to Zust, having a good second quarter. Carlin up and about to Swan. Swan on the right boot. That's a beautiful chip just on the bounce. Missed Magro. Now Palmerston working their way out of defence. Long kick. This is going to be out of bounds on the full here.
Yeah, just
that
off the boot, it looked like it had too much on it, didn't it?
So O'Dwyer finds Turnbull. Been partners in crime for many, many years now. Turnbull plays on. Long, strong kick down towards the goal square. Comes off hands and through for the minor score again. So 5 points is the lead here. 19 plays 14. Heenan bringing the footy into play really quickly. Will it bounce out eventually? Palmerston sort of gave up on that momentarily there, Stu, and ball stayed in play.
Yeah, that's right. I certainly looked like he could have got to that one and just got away from him in the end out wide. But Paddy Heenan's had a pretty good start to the game as well, using the ball nicely. Apart from that one, just had a bit too much on it.
At the back of the pack there, Matty Atso getting a double fister away, but Waratah bring the ball back inside 50. Nice mark taken there by Bremner. Uses the ball well. Goes to teammate there in Fletcher. Oh, you just talked him up. Heenan left the footy behind. Donegan goes back in and cleans up beautifully. Finds Davey. Over the top is good to Fletcher. Back into midfield. Running nicely here, Palmerston. The next one's important. Finds Fletcher. Kick up into space. Isolated their forward in Ford. Got the handball away. Handball comes up to Davey is good. Bit of a speculator over the top, and he's going to get a free kick, is Davey. Gee, they worked that well, Stu.
They did. It was a bit of a speculator over the top, but he did see him there, and it's a downfield free kick, so Ford will take the free kick. Ned Ford making his debut for the Palmerston Magpies today, has played his footy mainly in the Outer Eastern Football Netball League in Victoria. So we wish him the best with his career in the NTFL.
Well, he's been a good addition already. Can he put something on the board here for his team? Strong kick. He starts at left, hoping for the wind to bring that around. I expected it might, and it didn't. Not a jot.
Just dead straight, wasn't it?
Absolutely dead straight. So that's their first score for the quarter, the Palmerston Magpies. They move to 2-3-15. Trailing Waratah 2-7-19. O'Dwyer brings that footy back into play nice and easily to Dane Swan, who is just racking up the possessions here at Gardens Oval. Such a smart player. Knows where to find space. Turnbull with the footy. O'Dwyer working really hard. Got him at half back. Scoots around an opponent. Steps around another. Not the kick he was looking for. Comes off hands. Tars here in numbers. If they can just get hold of the footy, they do. Now the handball into midfield. Attack on the footy was important there from Palmerston. Well done. Fletcher grabs hold of the footy, keeps his body over it, loses it by hand to Withers. Withers on the right boot. Long, strong, through for a goal. Zach Withers. His first goal for the afternoon. And the hometown hero kicks his first for the afternoon to Zach Withers, the number 11. The son of Lincoln Withers. That's his first goal on home soil.
Exactly, and played all his junior football at Nightcliff, interestingly, but has come across to Waratah this season. But that one on the back of a couple of strong efforts from Cody Zeus through the middle there. Just strong body efforts, 2 or 3 in a row, and it spilt to Withers, and his composure was fantastic, wasn't it? Saw that he had the space, steadied himself, knew he had the kick in him, and backed himself and put it straight through.
Yeah, good, strong, young player. Zach Withers. Watched a lot of his father play, Lincoln Withers, who's just an absolute champion for the Red and Whites over many, many seasons. And great to see Zach Withers in the team.
666 warning here. Palmerston just not organised early enough.
So 25 plays 15 here. The lead now 10 points. Jorgensen up high, taps it back beautifully down to that man in Zust. But Edmonds takes the footy. Handball to Donegan. Stolen away beautifully there by Roberts. Cut off by Heenan at half back. Palmerston go in and get the footy beautifully. Ball comes out to Wharf, who's their distributor. Goes backwards. That's a nice kick. Almost the mark taken there by Haynes. Has to go back in and clean up, and he does. Kicks backwards just slightly, but gives Spencer Fox a bit of time and space to gather the footy. Handball to no one. This will be cut off here by Tars. Ball will come back again here to Haynes. Moves it quickly, goes to Edmonds. Runs his measure, has a bounce. Long kick, inside 50. Good kick. That's a perfect kick from Edmonds. Finds his teammate, and nice mark taken there from Declan Barnett. 15 to 20 metres out from goal. Edmonds again, just calm, poised, beautiful kick over the back, Stu.
Absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? Got the ball up near the centre of the ground, had the bounce, and then the kick was perfectly placed and weighted.
Declan Barnett now. Important kick at goal, and he's just poked at that. Not what the Maggies were looking for.
No, that's a disappointing result from a terrific build-up.
2-4-16 plays 3-7-25. Tars in the lead, and Swan's doing the kick-ins now as well. He's everywhere.
Directing traffic as well in the background, so
Goes
it's
to
really bought
Roberts.
in.
Direct kick straight down the ground. Didn't
Oh.
quite come off. Handball stolen. Bang. Long it goes for Wilson. No mark taken in forward 50. Patrick Heenan just kept his body over the footy. Pursuing it now for Waratah is Brandon Moo. Takes it. Handballs to the advantage of Magro. Spins around. Has the shot on goal. Puts that straight through the middle from the pocket. That's how he likes it.
Well, that's almost the exact position that he had the set shot from, Dom, and he likes it better on the run, I think. Got the hook kick around, and the goal umpire did not move at all, split the centre, so Waratah just starting to put a bit of a break between them and Palmerston on the scoreboard now.
Don't give him any time to think about it, Stu. That's the answer. That was a magnificent kick, wasn't it? Doesn't he kick it so firmly? Strikes it well. Jaden Magro on the board. Wonderful to see him back playing for Waratah.
So that's 3 goals in the quarter to Tars, and Palmerston haven't scored one yet.
In fact, they've only scored the 2 behinds, although the opportunities that they've had, particularly the last one, have been golden ones.
Exactly.
Waratah this time not organised. And the 666 warning going to go the other way this time, Stu.
Well, we've got all the warnings out of the way anyway.
That's it. It's just a straight penalty the next time. Jorgensen up high, taps it down to Zust. They're working in combination beautifully, those two. Kick out wide goes to Keck. Handballs to Heenan, playing as the sweeper and doing it beautifully for the black and whites. Long kick out towards Fox. Couldn't take the grab. Coming in strongly again was Keck. Got a handball out wide. Pursuing it, Donegan. Flips it forward towards Edmonds. O'Dwyer there. Did that magnificently. Goes to Swan. Again, just buying himself a little bit of time and space. Assessed his options. Kicked beautifully into the midfield. Found his teammate in Max Marnie. He goes to Carlin. Good play. Good kick. And a chest mark taken inside forward 50 by Zimmerman. That was just very good play. From the moment they stole the ball on centre wing, Stu, and turned it over, Dane Swan's poise set that up through the middle.
Yeah, and good forward craft, wasn't it? Just created space and players out on their own, and the pass was perfect.
Carlin didn't blaze away. Zimmerman, what can he do for him? Starts it left, swings it right. That's a beautiful kick from Zimmerman. Used the breeze to perfection. And that was just very good team play there from the Red and Whites. They scoot away here to a lead now, 5-7-37 to 2-4-16, 17 and a half gone in this second quarter. You are watching AFLNT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV.
Yeah, well, Dane Swan, not just here for the celebrity show by the looks, is it? He's really contributed to the side today so far, and so much so that you would think that they'd like to have him here for the rest of the season, but clearly that's not going to happen. But no, he's been good, and he's been vocal as well, helping out his teammates. Terrific to see.
Jorgensen, stolen this time by Donegan, who read that one beautifully. Handball away to Klein. Long kick up inside 50, almost the mark taken. Spillage. Swan couldn't pick it up. Handball comes out to Palmerston. Shot on goal. They can't use the breeze to work it around, so a minor score for the Maggies. They move on to 2-5-17. Quick kick in from Waratah. Lands in the hands out there of Watkins. Receives the handball back. They play the 1-2 and the 1-2 again. Now the kick out wide to Jaden Brooks, and there's that tricky breeze, just carried a bit further, and once it hits the ground, the breeze just takes it away.
Just rolls and rolls and rolls. So, yeah, another boundary throw in, this time just inside forward 50 for Palmerston.
Well, Palmerston need to try and get hold of the footy here and take an opportunity. They haven't had many. Fox creates a bit of space. Edmonds will get there first. Was pushed into a gap. His handball is poor. Miss Keck. Goes back and gets hold of it. Inside 50. Looking for 4. Does he find him? He does. No mark taken. Handball comes out to O'Dwyer. Steps inside. Good handball. Found Brooks. Brooks goes long. Finds a teammate in Zach Withers. Long kick on the right boot is a good kick. No mark taken, comes off the feet there of Kenner and out of bounds. So the transition from Waratah there really quick. Ball already up at half forward.
Yeah, it was just really noticeable that Palmerston slow to react with that ball on the ground in the forward line, and Waratah got numbers in and spares on the outside, and they used it beautifully out of defence.
Boundary throw in just falling shallow there. Stolen by Edmonds. Coming through strongly, Wilson, met heavily there too by Joel Stevens. Wilson goes back in to get the footy, picked up by Withers. Nice handball on the up to Joel Stevens. Long kick. Palmerston in best position, and safety first from Dowsett, just belted that back over the boundary line. Another boundary throw in. Opportunity here for the red and whites this time.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it looked like a pretty simple mark to take, didn't it? But
need to have
really
somebody
trust
talking,
himself.
don't they? Under pressure at the moment are the Maggies. Boundary throw in, belted forward there in favour of Tars. Picking it up was Zust, and that's a beautiful kick from Zust. He has worked so hard in the midfield, put his head over the footy, picked it up, snapped quickly on his left boot, straight through for a goal. And Cody Zust has just joined the party here in this second quarter. Waratahs really stamping their authority on this game. 6-7-43 to Palmerston, 2-5-17. We've gone 21.
Yeah, 5-0 in the quarter, and some reward really for Cody Zust on the back of hard work that he's done around the ground. But good forward pressure again, laid the tackle, the ball spilled out, and Zust was in the right place at the right time and made no mistake on the left foot.
Yes, as you say, if you work hard at the footy and you do the right things, karma says it should come your way at some point.
Exactly.
Cody Zust has had his head over the footy for the entirety of this first half. Jorgensen tapping back, looking for his captain. Missed him on that occasion. Stevens running hard at the footy. Waylon Davey tried to toe poke it away. Stevens trying to bullock his way through. Players tossing themselves in there, and the umpire says, I will have it. Well, truly into time on here. The light's on here at Gardens Oval, which is a little bit surprising perhaps. Well, tossed high, Jorgensen wins that down again. Tackle laid, and a sling tackle is the call. So Zach Withers to take the free kick. Chips out wide, and Waratah seem to have all the options. Jordan Watkins cruising along centre wing here. That's a very good kick into space. Not quite the mark there to Cody Zust. Hit him high on the shoulder. I think almost surprised him with the carry. Bounced off and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, arms up in front of him as well, and got through them, and was onto him before he knew it.
Yeah, again, that breeze, I think, just carrying the footy a little bit quicker and faster, I should say quicker and further than what players are expecting. It is a handy breeze, and grateful for it sitting in the grandstand.
Absolutely.
Very good boundary throw-in. Belted away there by Kenner. Comes to Dowsett, who's thrown down after the ball had left him, so well done to the key defender. Kicks now out wide, looking for Keck, who's been good for his team. Gathers close to the boundary. Well done, Somerville.
Kick needed to be good, and it was.
Body lined the footy, goes by hand back to Keck. Keck on the up, looking for Fox. Fox now finds a teammate in Klein. Dropped it initially, went back and got it. No mark taken, spillage. Through comes Boyle, attacked the footy well, tried to push it forward. Edmonds has got it, somehow got a little kick away. O'Dwyer gets the footy, kicks it just. Palmerston now take possession. Fletcher has it. Newey had Wharf sideways, well done. The great defensive effort there by Lockie Nash. On the siren of half-time, as there's a bit of a to-do between them. All Waratah need to do at this stage is point to the scoreboard, because the scoreboard at half-time here says Waratah 6-7-43, leading Palmerston 2-5-17. We'll be back at Gardens Oval with you again after the half-time break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah, She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazaliesnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Well, welcome back to Gardens Oval. It's round 3 in the TIO NTFL 25-26 season, and it's a home game for Waratah here against the Palmerston Magpies. And after a pretty even first quarter, it was Waratah that kicked away in the second quarter on the back of the breeze, kicking to the city end of the ground and scoring 5 goals without Palmerston managing a major in the quarter. I'm Stu Davis, I'm with Dom McCormick. Dom, Tars just starting to look a little bit too strong, I think.
Yeah, they certainly are. They put the score on the board very literally in that quarter. 5 goals, 2. They kicked to 3 points. So they had a 3-point deficit at quarter time, turned that into a 26-point lead at half time. So goal kickers for the Waratah Footy Club, all singles so far. Jaden Magro, Cody Zust, Zach Withers, William Zimmerman, Lockie Nash and Samuel Kenner. For the Palmerston Magpies singles as well, both of them of course in the first quarter. Sean Wilson, their captain, and Sam Donegan. So they'll really be looking to get their hands on the footy out of the middle, Stu, and put some score on the board, because if they're going to be any hope in this game with the way the breeze is going, they need to have a lead, and a good one, at three-quarter time. That's the reality of it.
Exactly right, and that's where they need to be to give themselves a chance in this game. So really important they do get first possession, and they have got some quality players in there, but they just haven't been able to get the clear possession out of the middle as much as they'd like to, and then going forward, Tars have been pretty desperate in defence as well, and have really held up most of their forward entries pretty efficiently.
Yeah, Mitch Jorgensen's been a dominant force in the ruck. He's lining up against Riley Boyle here to start off this third quarter. Siren sounds. We are underway. Jorgensen got the first tap to it, but Palmerston clear. Do they? No, they don't. Zach Withers, that superb play. Good handball to the captain and Carlin, straight down the ground. A good mark, well taken there by Ellis on the dangerous Magro. They sweep it out. Untidy play from Palmerston. Waratah now take possession of the footy and take control. Ball out to Turnbull, normally a powerful kick of the footy. Gets this one down towards Kenner. Knew he couldn't grab it, and that was really intelligent play. Just tapped that over the boundary line, so he knew they can set up and take the boundary throw in.
Yeah, that's good. That's right, and terrific at the start of the quarter. Young Withers down here coming in off the wing, just backed himself, got in the right position, and got them the clearance to start the quarter.
Boundary throw in. No one really got a touch on that. Donegan been good in the clinches this afternoon. Good hands out to Edmonds, another one who's been good. Keck back to Edmonds. Little left foot kick to Donegan, who worked really hard. Hit the ground heavily there as he lost the footy. Now Waratah. Numbers sweeping forward. Turnbull, long kick, inside 50. Target is Magro out the back. Had the ball taken away from him there by Hutchins. The snap on goal is a high up and under. Charging forward with courage was Zimmerman. Back to Hutchins. Snap from Kenner. Play on advantage was going to be called. The ball's going to come back here, a free kick, and it will go to Waratahs, and it'll go to Waratah in the form of Zach Withers. So he's attracting a little bit of attention, Stu.
He is, but I'm not sure. It might be Darcy Hutchins.
Might be Hutchins.
The free kick. Yeah, and
yeah, it is too.
He's had a pretty good game today as well. I like the work he's done. So
well, this would be a really early blow here if Waratah can actually kick a goal into the breeze. Palmerston were unable to do it in the second quarter. So Darcy Hutchins, an important kick. Right behind him here, kicks on goal, and he puts that one straight through the middle for Tars. They are on the board, and more importantly, they've kicked a goal against the breeze. The first team to do so here this afternoon. Darcy Hutchins takes that scoreboard for his team to 7-7-49 against Palmerston 2-5-17. So 14 scoring shots to 7, Stu. That really does tell the story, and Waratah now have tied it up at around goal where they're actually putting the score on the board.
That's right, and you could just see that the willingness to run hard when the ball was turned over on the outer side of the ground before, just the wave of red jumpers running forward to get in and help and give their side a chance to attack the goal.
Jorgensen up high again, wins it down easily. Joel Stevens takes it out of the middle. Nice handball to Carlin. Had it, then lost it. Keck came in hard. Brought to ground. Taking the footy away is Jorgensen. Kick up to half forward, comes off hands. Tars again there in numbers, but this time wrapped up, and the umpire will say, you did not really have a crack at that. Edmonds with the free. Little chip. Gee, that's a nice kick. Finds Fletcher. Fletcher wheels around. Long kick down towards forward. The arms extended. Belted away by Robertson. The ball comes back to him. Tars just steady in defence now. Harvey Roberts, the number 10 for Tars. If you turn that around, it's Roberts Harvey. Great player for St Kilda many years ago. Daniel O'Dwyer working his way out of defence. Uses Brooks. To the goal kicker in Darcy Hutchins. Can go back into the middle here. He's got Dane Swan on in the middle. Teammates are telling him to go there. He ignores all of them. Finds Carlin. Carlin now, long kick. Good kick. Good mark. Yeah. In the corridor. 40 out. And Waratah have another opportunity at goal.
He just had to find a hole, didn't he? And he found a player in a tiny bit of space. And the kick
Max
was
Marnie,
perfect.
I think there's
Max Marnie, it is, yeah. But the kick from Carlin was inch perfect.
There is nobody on the mark here. And Max Marnie wanders in from 35 metres and puts that straight through the middle. Yeah. Well, the coach will not be happy about that. It's one thing to allow a player to take a mark, but to allow them to wander in, have a shot against the breeze directly in front. That's 2 on the board. We're 5 minutes gone in this third quarter, and Waratah are marching away with this game here. That is their 8th goal on the board, 8-7-55 to Palmerston, 2-5-17. And Stu, you were saying what a great kick that was. The target was the goal kicker there in Max Marnie. All the players were attracted to Magro.
Yeah.
And the kick was over the back,
That's right.
perfectly weighted.
Absolutely. But just, gee, that's an indication of where the Palmerston mindset is at when you don't have a basic of someone standing the mark with a shot for goal, and gave him an extra 5 or 10 metres closer to goal to score.
Jorgensen now up high, wins that one down. Good contest between both teams there in the middle. And Edmonds laying the tackle there for the Palmerston Magpies. Ball to be tossed up again. One down again. Straight down there to Joel Stevens. Mark taken at half forward. Zust it was. He's copped a bit of a stray elbow there too. And coming in to remonstrate there was Max Marnie, the last goal kicker. The umpire needs to make sure he takes control of this, and he does so quickly. Cody Zust, he's already got a goal on the board in the second quarter. He'll be looking to pass this off, I would expect. Players leading for him. Good pass, no mark taken. Handball comes up to Donegan. Gets himself through the scrimmage really nicely. Chain of handballs comes out to Wilson. That's a low ball to Keck, who picked it up brilliantly. Back out to Wilson. Now to Edmonds on centre wing. They've worked it beautifully, the Maggies. Out to Matiazzo. Takes the mark. Into some space went Fletcher. Goes longer than that. Waylon Davey, the kick's too strong. Over the back, can it go through? It's touched through. Great defensive effort there from the Waratah Footy Club. Jordan Watkins with the last touch. Dan O'Dwyer to bring the ball back into play. The minor score added for Palmerston, 2 goals, 6-18. They are trailing Waratah 8-7-55. O'Dwyer with style brings that footy back into play. Cut off there by Fox. Waratah again just with the numbers. Long kick down centre wing. Kenner's there and he takes the mark well. Long kick down towards Magro. Punched away from him by Ellis. Good defensive fist. Again, Waratah, too many numbers. And that is a beautiful kick from Lockie Wilson. Finds the captain in Scott Carlin, 35 from goal.
Well, Palmerston have pushed numbers back. They had 4 players within 15 metres of the goal, but Tars were just too smart for that and picked out the player a bit further out in space. So they've sent numbers back, but you've got to get in the right position to have an effect.
Scott Carlin with his kick at goal. He knew he had that straight away, Scott Carlin. He puts that through the middle, and Waratah march on here at Gardens Oval. 9-7-61 plays 2-6-18. 8 minutes gone in this third quarter. And Stu, it is all Waratah moving the ball confidently, and now, contrary to the first quarter, finding players in space inside 50.
That's right. Like I said, Palmerston, I noticed that they pushed a couple behind the play back into defensive 50, but you've got to be smart when you're back there. You can't just have a number somewhere. It's got to be where the ball's directed, and they're still leaving players loose, and they scored the goal. So 3 goals to start this quarter. That means that Tars have kicked the last 8 goals of the match.
Ball tossed high. Jorgensen, lovely little tap for his midfield. Palmerston, however, Donegan has it, tackled. Well done, turnover. Quick kick comes away there from Wilson at half forward. He comes back in to get the footy. Again, he was taken high. Hard at it, Lachlan Wilson. Looks inboard. He's going to go further forward. Tall timber down there, no mark taken, comes off hands. Tackle laid by Magro, ball spills. Out to Dowsett, needs to get rid of it by hand. Did he? The umpire said yes, he did. Ball tapped forward. Tars with numbers, Stephen, strength. Handballs out into the clear. Shot on goal. It's another one. The party continues here at Gardens Oval. It's just a little bit too easy for the red and whites.
Exactly right, Dom. Just had numbers out by themselves. I'm pretty sure that this was Hutchins again, the goal kicker. So, but yeah, just all too easy, and Palmerston just allowing the Waratah forwards to find their space in the forward line now, and it's really opening up for the Tars.
So Darcy Hutchins with his second goal for the quarter. 2 for the game. Waratah 10-7-67. 17 scoring shots to 8 to Palmerston's 2-6-18. 49-point lead. Midway through this third quarter. Beautiful tap down. Jorgensen to Zust. A drilling ball to Magro, and he takes the mark.
Not much a defender could do about that one.
How good did that look?
It was a rocket lead, a bullet pass, and out in the arms, hands overstretched, and brought it down nicely. And he'd be keen to start getting in the goal kicking action. He got one, of course, in the previous quarter, but he's a player that kicks multiples normally.
So Jaden Magro, 1 goal in the second quarter. On the approach to 45. Low drilling ball is off to the left. Minor score. 10-9-69 plays 2-6-18. Wharf now brings the footy back into play for the Maggies. Front and centre was very good from Withers. Little chip inboard was perfect. And he finds Moo. He's done nothing but handball all afternoon. He's going to give this one off as well. The Magpies just not awake to this at all. And he's passed that off to Zust, who's kicked 1 goal in the second quarter and has been a hard nut around the footy and has worked hard generally around the ground, Stu.
Absolutely he has. He spent a fair bit of his time in the forward half as well, and working hard there and getting some reward. But Palmerston just look like their heads are down a bit at the moment.
So Zust on the angle. Low drilling ball again at goal. Then he's punched that straight through the middle. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, but more importantly for his team, 11-8-74 plays 2-6-18, 12 and a half gone in the third quarter, which the Waratah Footy Club are simply owning.
Yeah, it's one-way traffic at the moment. Palmerston really struggling to get the ball forward of centre, and when they do, of course, that back six of Waratah holding up firm, and Dane Swan not having to work too hard for his keep in this quarter, because he's playing in defence, and the ball really hasn't been down there much, although he might be on the pine at the moment. Oh, no, they've moved him forward.
I think he's only come back into the game recently.
Yeah.
Jorgensen, lovely tap out. Edmonds stole that one away. Quick kick away on the non-preferred. Up to half forward. Fletcher's there. Spins through traffic. Just. And then caught. Withers is really learning what these contests are about. Gets it off to Stevens. Swings it out wide to the wing. Long kick up inside, 50. Good mark taken by Cohen Frith. Read that footy well, knew who the target would be. Now he gets it out wide. And that kick will be out of bounds on the full there from Tyson Matiazzo. I'd like to have that one over again.
Yeah, but again, they only had 3 or 4 players forward of the ball then, and tried to find the teammate close to the boundary line. But
players in the clear here.
Yep.
Joel Stevens just able to take that one easily. Max Marnie is there in the clear. So too Jaden Brooks. Brooks now out wide to Turnbull. Turnbull has time to fumble. He's got 3 players around in support. Receives the ball back from Nash. Up to half forward. Turnover now. Seaton got a handball away. But Tars just the numbers. And they hold the footy up here at half forward. It's very obvious, Stu, that the Waratah Football Club are working harder than the Palmerston Magpies here, just with the numbers around the footy.
Definitely, and they switch the ball from one side of the ground to the other, and all of a sudden they've got a 3-on-1 out on the other side. So just running harder, working harder to get to the ball.
Simple things are working well here for the Waratah Footy Club as Edmonds tumbles it forward, gets it to Zimmerman. Away by hand. Now to Carlin. Off on the left boot, Magro. And this one will just go straight over the boundary line. We've seen that all afternoon. Once it pitches, that breeze gets it. Takes it away there at half forward.
You would swear there's a 20-degree slope down to the boundary line, wouldn't you? But I can assure you that's not the case here. The surface, I've got to say, is looking fantastic.
It is, isn't it? Looks great here at Gardens. There's just a 200-kilometre-an-hour wind, Stu. Boundary throw in. Pops it up there for Jorgensen. Straight over the back. Goes to Stevens, who drops the footy. And the umpire will call exactly that. Sean Wilson will take the free. The Palmerston captain moves it on quickly, goes to Frith. Hands to Wharf. Oh, sweeping handball is a good one. They need to keep it on the move here. Keck out on centre wing. Long kick up. There was no one attacking the footy. Tars cut it off again in their defence. Jorgensen it is. Has to be one of the best players on the ground, Mitchell Jorgensen. Carlin. He's in that category as well. Lockie Nash kicked a goal in the second quarter. Worked beautifully as one of their running defenders. He's under no pressure at all here. Pops up a lazy little kick out to half back. Drilling ball goes here to Zust. Nice kick. Attacking 50. Tackle laid on Seaton. And the ball held up again inside attacking 50 for the Waratah Footy Club. Umpire wastes no time. Kenner got 2 touches to it. Close to the boundary, the snap on goal. Then came from Swan. So the first shot on goal out of bounds on the full. Let's see how many there are. That's one. They're looking to get the ball to him, I have no doubt. As they should be. He was terrific in the first half. He's had a bit of a rest. Palmerston now to bring the footy into play. Long kick out wide here to Kyan Ellis. Has a bounce straight away. Little chip. Just didn't need to have the bounce.
No.
And O'Dwyer sees the footy out of bounds. Perfect example there against Stu. Just wasn't steady, was he?
Absolutely. If he kicked when he bounced, he would have hit the target forward, had the bounce, and so he was too far advanced and kicked it over his head.
You see that all the way up, even at AFL level. You've got many metres to run without bouncing the ball. Steady, deliver the ball. Jorgensen again, beautiful tap out. Handball comes to Withers, had it, lost it. Keck gathers, got to Edmonds, quick hands. Tackle laid, Withers in there again. Diving on the footy there was Tyron Haynes. Withers gets the footy out to Carlin. Now they've got players loose out the back. Marnie. Kick out towards Nash. Handball on the up goes again to Carlin. Nash scooting through the centre. Can't quite pick it up. Goes to Heenan.
Oh,
now they're in the clear.
Surely.
Ned Ford, he's the only player inside 50. Has a run, has a bounce, just needs to kick straight, and he does. Well done, Ned Ford. Turnover came in the middle, and Palmerston punished.
Yeah, well done, Paddy Heenan. Perhaps a bit fortunate. He was just standing out there by himself, and the ball came his way, but he didn't waste the opportunity and got it forward. And all the players were up the field, as is the case a lot of the time these days. And Ned Ford got out the back and made the most of it. Just had to keep control, had the bounce, and walked in for a goal. So a much needed one for Palmerston.
Great to see some energy from the defensive unit too. They've run all the way down to Ned Ford and given him high fives and a pat on the back.
Of course, that would be his first goal for the club. So that's why that's there. He would have liked it to be with the scores a bit closer, but even so,
wonderful ruck effort there from Jorgensen, straight down to Carlin. Long kick inside 50, just slightly off target. Jake Seaton takes the mark, swings this one out wide. Under pressure is Frith. Goes back in and gets the footy. Goes to Dowsett. Will kick long just to get them out of trouble. That's not a bad plan at this stage. Centre wing charging at the footy there was Zimmerman. And the tackle laid, and a high tackle, says the umpire. So again, the players who have been first at the footy this afternoon have been rewarded more often than not. Turnbull takes the mark. Goes to O'Dwyer. Looks for and finds Nash. Gee, ever since I said he's had an okay game, he's had about 5 possessions, I reckon, in this quarter. Chain of handballs goes back to Turnbull. Long kick up towards Swan, punched away from him by Seaton. That's a good defensive effort on the former Collingwood champ. So a boundary throw in. Out there at half forward for the Waratah Footy Club. 20 minutes gone here. You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. It is a 50-point lead here to the Waratah Footy Club, 74-24. Ruck contest, neither ruckman really had an influence on that. It comes to the back. Edmonds dives in against Carlin. Somehow the footy comes out to Zust. Runs away, low ball. And Jaden Magro just cannot take the grab there deep in that forward pocket. And an opportunity in the shade here as the sun is setting at Gardens Oval for Waratah to reset.
Yeah, Magro got hands to it, couldn't control it though, and out over the boundary line, but he's getting busy, working hard, and Zust again, another possession going inside 50.
Ruck contest just taken out of the ruck here for Waratah by Joel Stevens, high up and under. No mark. Dowsett did really well to get the footy away, but camped underneath it was Watkins. Didn't take the mark he should have taken. Handballs to O'Dwyer. Steps, just strolls through the tackle. Gets the handball back to a teammate in Watkins. Up and under goes to Swan. Can't find him. Donegan clears the footy away. O'Dwyer just putting a nice bit of pressure on. Watkins tries to get away there from Davey. Look away handball. And the ball eventually through some good pressure there from Wilson Fletcher. Seen over the boundary line for another boundary throw in.
That was better pressure from Palmerston that time. Had numbers around and no easy out for Tars on that occasion like it has been so many times.
Boundary throw in. Just a nice little tap down there from Kenner. And again, they'll reset and do it again. Right near our commentary position here. 22 minutes gone in the third. Waratah have just continued on nicely here. Kenner up against Boyle. Comes down to Carlin. Just slipped it away there to Wilson. Tackling is consistent there from Donegan, who's been a good player for Palmerston.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped trying, has he? It's a hard nut in at the ball.
Straight through goes Kenner. Heenan, he had it, then lost it. Picked up by Wilson, gets the kick away. Waratah just in numbers everywhere as they were streaming forward. The siren sounds here for three-quarter time. It is Waratah in the lead here at Gardens Oval, 11-8-74 to Palmerston 3-6-24, and even 50 points. We'll be back at Gardens Oval for the last quarter after this break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazaliesnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to Gardens Oval for the final quarter of this round 3 clash between the Waratah Warriors and the Palmerston Magpies. And Dom, in the third quarter, we just saw a continuation of the Waratah dominance, really.
We sure did. 5 goals in the second quarter, and they just followed up again with another 5 goals going to the non-scoring end in the third quarter. Well, what are they going to do in this quarter, Stu?
Yeah, well, that's right. Bit of a breeze behind them, perhaps not as strong as it was earlier,
True.
but they're certainly up and about, aren't they, the Waratah Football Club, and they're clearly eyeing off their first win of the season and would be looking to make it a percentage booster, I would think, coming from
I think
low
you're right.
down on the ladder early in the season. So they're a proud club, and they'll be looking to get themselves on the board with some sort of statement.
I think you're right. I love the way they've shared the ball. They've really played as a team. So about to get underway here. Mitchell Jorgensen been dominant in the ruck up against Spencer Fox. Comes down. Wilson, that's a great pickup. Gets it off to Carlin. Waratah starting off as they finish the third quarter. Straight into attacking 50. Comes off hands. Wharf caught in a tackle. He's done.
Yep.
He's done. That's a wonderful tackle. Inside attacking 50. And Waratah now with an opportunity to kick the first goal here. Very early stages of this last quarter. And that was a terrific tackle laid by Joel Stevens on Ryan Wharf, who's normally an extremely elusive defender. Stevens now dead in front. Strong kick on goal. And it just faded away late at the end. 11-10. In fact, 11-9, 75. My apologies. To 3-6-24. Palmerston needing to work very hard to clear this footy. Tars in numbers. Coming through was Hutchins. To Magro. It's tackled beautifully there by Davey.
It was aggressive, wasn't he?
Very aggressive.
Pushed up from the forward half and made his presence felt.
Kenner in the ruck contest. Double fist that one down. Lots of numbers around this ball. And the umpire again will take it just to try and clear the congestion here. Ball tossed up high again, one down there by Fox. Gets to Edmonds, good smother came from Magro. Well done there from Dowsett. Cleared up to half back, but Waratah through Turnbull. Finds a teammate, and that is Watkins. So just outside his distance here, and being called to play on. Little chip. And that's beautifully weighted there to Stevens on the lead. He wasn't fazed by the call of the umpire, just waited for Stevens to find a little bit of space, extended the arms and took the mark beautifully. So Stevens with his second opportunity in as many minutes here.
Yeah, that's right. You'd think this one was a bit tougher than his first, but...
And Wall finds himself on the mark again. This time he starts at left again. It's going to stay left. Same result. Another point on the board. So 11-10, 76 plays, 3-6-24. Palmerston looking to clear to the outer side. They go to Keck. He's been a solid performer out there by hand. He goes to Heenan. Heenan ignores the call for a handball. Goes the long kick down there to Ned Ford. He turns around. That's a good kick. Up to Fletcher. Couldn't take the grab, goes back in and gets the footy, tumbles a punt up towards the goal square and through for the minor. 3-7-25 plays 11-10, 76. Almost 3 minutes gone in this last quarter.
Yeah, it was a better build-up from Palmerston. They had all their players up in their defensive half, so they really had to move the ball quickly and get it to players out the back, but Tars worked hard as well.
Move the ball nicely here to Harvey Roberts. Oh, he's hugging the boundary line. The beautiful pick up there by Stevens. Stolen by Davey. Gets it away to a teammate who loses the footy in the tackle. Comes back to him in Klein. Davey goes hard again. And Klein is down, clutching his right hamstring here. And that's just been pointed out to the umpire. The umpire's just blown time off. He's got a problem here with the right calf by the look of it.
Yeah. Right.
And he jogs away from the congestion there as the umpire blows time back on again in the ruck. will be Spencer Fox and Jorgensen. Jorgensen wins that one down, goes to Zust. Unable to tackle him was Keck. And Jorgensen accidentally soccers that one away. Gets to set himself up again in the ruck contest. $51 points the margin here. Early stages of this last quarter. Lights on at a very picturesque Gardens Oval. Magnificent spot for footy. Grounds in brilliant condition. Congestion here at half forward for Tars.
Well done.
Comes out to Edmonds. Snaps inside 50. Forward underneath it. Can't take the mark. Spills to O'Dwyer. Little kick away comes from Zimmerman. Goes to Turnbull. Back to Zimmerman was good. Wilson couldn't take the grab. Fox couldn't handle the footy. Wilson does. Back here to Roberts. Now he goes straight down the middle. No mark taken. Kicking to space. Looking for Wharf. And the boundary line will be the saviour there for the moment. Right half forward here for Waratahs. Palmerston defending grimly. 76 plays 25. Tars in the lead.
Calls for deliberate from the crowd, Dom, and probably not unreasonable either, but Ryan Wharf close enough to it in the end.
Ruck contest one down there by Jorgensen. Goes back in and gets it again. Carlin takes the footy. Has a bounce if you don't mind. Drilling pass. Swan gathers. Oh. No, he doesn't. Didn't do it cleanly. Lost a bit of time there. Worried out of it. Palmerston defence worked nicely. That's a good kick. Up to Sam Donegan. He's played well for Palmy this afternoon. Kicked a goal in the first quarter. Been really good through the middle of the ground. Now a kick looking for Keck. Oh, nearly spilt that one over the boundary. Roberts on the mark. Up towards centre half forward. And a push in the back is the call. Play on advantage. Ball goes to Fletcher. Creates a bit of space. Handballs away to a teammate in Mattiazzo. They nearly muck it up. The ball comes to Davey. And he does what Davies do. And that is kick goals with a snap. Palmerston on the board in this last quarter. And in fact, they open the scoring for the last quarter. 4-7-31, plays 11-10, 76, 6.5 down in the last.
Yeah, Waylon Davey on the end of it there, perhaps a little bit fortunate in the end. Palmerston, they had the 3-on-1 down there. The shot at goal was half smothered and spilled out to Davey, but he's a quality finisher, of course, when he gets the opportunity, and he just hasn't had enough of those opportunities today, unfortunately, for Palmerston.
.21 scoring shots to 11 here this afternoon in favour of the Red and Whites. They've been dominant from the beginning of the second quarter on. Ruck contest, Jorgensen beaten for it on this occasion by Mattiazzo. Palmerston looked to clear through Keck, up to half forward. Frith, little chip to Heenan. Didn't take it with the first grab. Palmerston still with an opportunity. Ball coming out wide to Barnett. Up towards the goal square. Pushed away here by Brooks. Comes out to Kenner. Lovely chip out to Wilson. Receives the footy back again. Another nice little chip goes to Hutchins. Kicked 2 goals in the third quarter. Low drilling ball will be cut off here by Dowsett. And swings it around immediately, which is a good move for the Maggies. Frith finds a teammate there in Ellis on the burst. Long ball down towards half forward to Fletcher. Gathers on the second bounce, wrapped up by Turnbull. Wilson there again. Spills to Sean Wilson, the captain for the Palmerston Magpies. And his little dart is cut off by the one and only Daniel O'Dwyer, the Rock. Max Marnie. And Roberts down in back play for Tars. Low ball cut off. So some errant kicking here. Sam Donegan, the beneficiary there. Handballs off to Keck on the burst. Handballs to Wilson. It breaks down inside attacking 50. Tars surrounding the footy. Handball comes out from Toner. Now to Heenan, who I thought might have been taken high there. Back to Toner. Now to Brooks. Now they've got some space. Out to Turnbull. Stevens with the lead. On centre wing. Ball sits nicely for him. Stops momentarily. Cut off there by Palmerston through Somerville. Brought to ground. Spillage. Wilson picks up. Handballs nicely to Withers. Withers looking for a teammate in Carlin. Made the kick look better than what it was. Goes quickly.
Oh.
Swan doesn't take the mark. Much to the disappointment of the crowd here. The ball pushed on by Magro. Soccer's on goal and misses. Crowd thought it was through.
Crowd also thought it might have been a free kick to Swan, but didn't go that way. And Magro probably had time to pick it up and kick it, but went off the ground and missed.
Little chip up to Kyan Ellis. Goes by hand. Little pop-up comes to Joel Munich. Ryan Wolf sprinting on. Doesn't go to him. Withers almost with the smother. Up towards centre half forward. A little bit of space cleared here. Ooh. Fletcher was there momentarily. Charging through was Brooke Pearce. Ball cut off here at centre wing. Zach Withers gets the handball away under pressure. And a free kick paid by the non-officiating umpire. And it will go to Carlin. Long kick up into attacking 50. Swanee with the fly. I think that meant he got 5 centimetres off the ground then. Donegan. Back pedals to Edmonds. Little chip is nice. Finds a teammate in Matiazzo. Back to Wilson. Wilson out wide. Ball thumped away from Ford. And O'Dwyer sees it across the boundary. And this will be called deliberate. Yes, it will. Palmerston bring the ball in quickly. Frith finds Keck. Play just steadies here at centre wing. Sideways to Ford. Long kick inside 50. Tall timbers all Waratah. Kenner's there. Trying to charge through is Pearce. Wrapped up in a good tackle there by Fletcher. And there'll be a ball up. 40 out from the Palmerston goal. Down comes the ball through Kenner. High up and under. Belted away by Tars. Falls to Ford. Snaps on goal. And is a point to the near side. So Palmerston 4-7-31. Waratah 11-12. In fact, 11-11-77 plays 4-8-32. Ball in the hands of Zust. Long kick down centre wing. Dowsett sets himself. Gets the double fister in there and over the boundary line. Just to the left of our commentary position here at Gardens Oval. 12.5 down, 77 plays 32. Tars in the lead.
Yeah, just the one goal scored in the quarter so far, and that was to Palmerston. So the game's probably fizzled out a little bit here, but Tars have done their work and set up the victory well in the second and third quarters.
Jorgensen, nice little tap down there to a teammate in Stevens. And a throw is the call. So the free kick will come back here to Palmerston in the form of Sam Donegan.
It was a pretty good spot from the umpire. I thought Stevens might have got away with that one.
Little handball up to Wharf. Sprints away. Long kick. And Tars through Turnbull in front. Swings the kick out wide. Tars again just running in numbers. The wave of red and whites. Handball goes to O'Dwyer. You've seen him step inside many times this afternoon. Still moving is the big man. And he got ignored for the last handball. Long kick out to Magro. That was the right decision. A beautiful kick. Hits Magro on the chest. The man on the mark 5 metres in from the boundary. And Magro, an opportunity to kick from about 40 metres for his second goal of the afternoon. He is a left footer, so the perfect side for him. We saw him kick a beautiful goal from the other side on the left boot. Toughest kick he's had all afternoon, and he got it. This one on its way looks good. Hugs the near side. Another minor score for Jaden Magro.
Yeah, he'd be a little bit disappointed with his personal return, but happy with the team performance, of course.
Magro putting on the pressure after the Maggies bring the ball back into play. Ryan Wolf, that's a really good run from him. Handball out wide, pressure put on Haynes. Drag the footy back in. Still tried to get it out a second time. The umpire made the decision there, he'll ball it up. So this game really petering out here. Jorgensen gets it down to Carlin. Handball lands in the hands of Zust. Long kick, almost the mark to Kenner. Off hands, Magro. Good handball out to Carlin. Spillage goes to Magro. He'll wheel onto the left. Didn't quite kick the ball how he wanted it to. Swan's there. Can't take the mark. Spillage he gathers. Steps one way, then the other. Can he kick it from the pocket? Dane Swan. He's kicked the goal. Superb movement from Dane Swan, and the Tars faithful erupt here in the grandstand, and the team go to him. That was a special goal from Dane Swan. I don't care how old he is or how good he was or what he's done in the past. That was a terrific goal from the pocket from Dane Swan.
Absolutely. No chance, did he? The ball was just going to roll out of bounds. He was under all sorts of pressure, but the way he did throughout his AFL career, just moved those hips and got past the player, and fantastic composure and a great finish, and terrific for the crowd to see him put on a little bit of magic in that forward pocket and get himself on the scoreboard.
A brilliant moment, as you say, Stu Davis. Excellent. Winding back the clock there for a moment, Dane Swan. I was watching some highlights last night, and that did not look too dissimilar at all to some of the great goals that he did kick. What a player he was, and what a moment that was for the crowd here at Gardens Oval. Jorgensen in the middle, whips that one forward beautifully, finds Joel Stevens, gets a handball away. Wilson gathers, steps away from trouble, gets himself a little bit of room, and that's magnificent play. Stevens drops it away to Magro. Handballs when he desperately wanted to have a shot. Got it away to a teammate who snaps on goal, and that's another one on the board for the Red and Whites. Brilliant kick there from Zust, and he kicks his third for the afternoon. One in the second, one in the third, and now one in this last quarter. Good team play. And that's been a feature, Stu, this afternoon. Magro giving the handball there.
Yeah. That's
been a feature on all parts of the ground here. Handballs putting teammates into good positions.
That's right. And Cody Zust again, just in the right place. He's worked hard all day. As I said, he's been through the middle but spent a lot of time forward, and yeah, he's been one of the hardest workers on the ground and getting the rewards now with goals.
Yes, indeed. And I think Coach Rick Nolan will be far happier, yes, with the win, but just the way that his team's played this afternoon. Jorgensen wins that one down. Just lovely touch. Carlin's been immaculate out of the middle. On that occasion, Palmerston cut it off. The handball comes out to Dowsett. Under pressure, he goes back to Wharf, who has a little fumble. Dowsett takes the mark. Just needs to steady here. Wilson creates a little bit of space. He goes across goal. Gives his teammate a little bit of work to do out there. Palmerston defence have had a lot of work to do today. Handball comes through on the up to Haynes. That's a good kick, finds Edmonds, centre wing. What can he do from here? Steps one way, then comes back inboard, has a bounce. Pops it up inside 50, Turnbull just waiting for it. Takes the mark in defence.
Rock solid Turnbull.
Goes out to Pearce. To O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer's run forward this afternoon more than what I've ever seen. Just created havoc for the Palmerston forwards. Goes back to Turnbull, has time and space to spill and regather. And then a nice kick out to Watkins. Handball to the run and carry of Lockie Nash. Good kick up towards Magro, punched away beautifully. Excellent defensive effort. Frith puts on the pressure, holds the footy in. That was well done there by the Palmerston back six.
Yeah, that's right. And Tars have used the ball, spread nicely. Their setups have been good, but their defensive efforts have been terrific today. A lot better than when I saw them earlier in the season.
Tapped down by Kenner. Tars again there in numbers. Palmerston managed to hold it in.
Yeah, so more like a Ricky Nolan side, built on defence and then work the ball forward.
Kenner winning that one down again. Keck fighting hard with Swan. Stepping one way, then the other. The ever elusive Dane Swan, not quite on that occasion. Had to get the handball away close to the boundary and eventually seen over for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, he's not looking
moving
fresh
well
as a
for a
daisy.
41-year-old, Stu, I have to say. He's been fantastic. Great performance from him, particularly in the first half. And to see him kick a goal is just magic.
Yep.
Kenner in ruck, gets that one down. Going back in for it was Boyle. Palmerston get it out wide. Edmonds close to the boundary. Fires it out for Keck. He gathers. Gets it back for a teammate who missed the footy, and Klein. Tars now again with an opportunity, but Palmerston well set up back here. Now be able to relieve the pressure from defence, maybe. Kick came out to Wharf. Wharf chips it up for Wilson. Needs to find a target, and he does in Fletcher. Fletcher looked to go out wide, and Zach Withers was very, very on to minding him on the mark. He did well. The kick was poor. And out of bounds in front of Kyan Ellis, and a boundary throw in right in front of our commentary position here.
It's almost a lost art, isn't it, that working on the mark with the stand rule these days. Players don't practice it at all. So terrific work from Withers.
And a short quarter here at Gardens Oval. Not much scoring at all, and it is a win here to the Red and Whites. It's been a terrific afternoon for them, featuring the Great Dane Swan. And Waratah have run out winners. 13-12-90 to Palmerston's 4-8-32. So 58-point victors in the end. They trailed by 3 at quarter time and then led by 26 at half time, 50 at three-quarter time, and 58 here at the end of the game. Goal kickers for Waratah, 3 to Cody Zust, 2 to Darcy Hutchins, and then singles to Jaden Magro, Zach Withers, Will Zimmerman, Max Marnie, Lockie Nash, Sam Kenner, and Dane Swan, who finished off with the only goal, or one of 2 in the last quarter for Palmerston. All singles to Waylon Davey, Sean Wilson, Sam Donegan, and Ned Ford.
So some of the better players today, I thought, for Waratah. Certainly in the ruck, Mitch Jorgensen dominated most of the day. I thought Cody Zust was a hard worker all day. Danny O'Dwyer was rock solid in defence, as was Robbie Turnbull. Lockie Nash had some moments. Scott Carlin is a ball maggot, got plenty of it. And Darcy Hutchins, I thought, had a good game as well. And for Palmerston, a little bit harder to find, but Lucas Edmonds and Sam Donegan were clearly their best. I thought Fletcher Keck worked hard, worked himself into the game. I liked what I saw of Wilson Fletcher, and Cohen Frith did a bit as well, and the veteran Paddy Heenan had some good moments as well. So there it is from Gardens Oval. It's been a pleasure to bring you the game. A strong performance from Waratah gets them on the winners list with a 58-point margin. Don't forget to tune in to NTFL footy action for the rest of the weekend and the weeks coming. Big games to come. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll see you next time around.